Welcome to Stuff and Whiskey. I'm Josh.
And I'm Erin.
And we're back with another totally blind head-to-head where we react to the pours and the prices before we find out what we're drinking.
If it's an available product, is it worth the money?
If it's hard to find, is it worth the hype and the hunt?
Stay tuned to find out. Welcome to the channel, bringing a real-world perspective to the real-world whiskey consumer.
Today, we're going to randomly select one of these pairings from our blind sample pool and taste two of the pairs, or one of the pairs, two of the glasses, totally at random, so that you get our honest opinion on what's in the glass, separate and apart from any hype or bias. In the end, we'll give each pour what we call a real-world score, which is based on what we learned from the blind tasting, as well as, once we find out what we're drinking, the price and the availability, and most importantly, whether we would actually spend our money again on what's in the glass.
If that sounds good to you, we do these head-to-heads once a week, and it'd really help us out if you went ahead and liked this video. And while you're there, you can subscribe so you don't miss any of these in the future.
And if you like blind tastings, be sure to check the video description below for a link to our Patreon. Over there, we have our community element of the channel, but it's also where you can get a little bit more interactive with the channel. And like I said, if you like blind tastings, you can do some blind tastings with us. Some blind flight nights that we do with our community, sample swaps, giveaways, all kinds of stuff. You can find that down there.
Also, if for some reason you want any Stuff and Whiskey merch, we do have a store. Josh is sporting a little merch right here.
This is my new favorite shirt. I'm never going to wear another one.
Yeah, he bought many in multiple colors, so be prepared to see them a lot.
Yeah.
But go ahead and head on over to stuffandwhiskey.com to see those.
All right, let's run our randomizer and see which one of these pairs we're tasting today.
11.
11. So 9, 10, 11.
11.
Cool. We're going to get these poured, and then we'll be right back with our first impressions on both glasses. All right, let's get into our first impressions on glass one. Cheers.
So I'm not getting much on this other than just ethanol.
Okay, so that ethanol is there, but it's super sugary sweet, but it's like an attacking sweetness.
I can't get past the ethanol. I can't smell the sweetness right now.
The first thing I got was a lot of ethanol right in the nose, like singeing nose hair style.
I literally coughed.
And then sugary sweetness. Yeah, we cut the cough for your sake. But
yeah.
Yeah, really sugary sweet, really ethanol-y. Let's get into the palate.
I'm so
so excited.
I mean, I'm interested now.
Let's see what we're working with.
It tastes very sweet, kind of fake sweet, like aspartame, like that's all I'm getting.
Yeah, there's that aspartame aftertaste that we've been picking up on lately.
Yeah.
But to me, this tastes like a spiked Capri Sun. Like it's got that fruity sweetness, like a juicy artificial juice type of sweetness. But there's like like a spiked diet Capri Sun, if they make those.
Definitely diet if it exists, because it's got that like fake sugar aftertaste.
Yeah, let's get into one more sip and see if anything changes in the second sip.
I feel like it's a little more drying on the second sip, but still the same flavor kind of come through.
Yeah, second sip, as usual, I'm getting a little bit more oak on the second sip. Things are kind of tamed down. The profile's rounding out. It almost tastes cocktaily a little bit, like a bourbon mixed with a Coke Zero, cherry Coke Zero.
Yeah.
There's like cherry cola notes in that glass.
I can see that.
And it's good, but boy.
Is it?
It's really coming across with like some sharpness to the profile. So it's a lot. Yeah, it's a lot for something that doesn't taste like it's super high proof.
It also doesn't look super high proof color-wise.
It's coming through with a lot of oomph for what it is, but the oomph isn't the best thing in this particular case.
The oomph isn't flavor, it's like ethanol and fake sugar.
Yeah. All right, let's get into glass 2 and see how it compares.
So I'm getting ethanol on this one as well, but I'm also getting some woodiness. Not like an oak barrel, but like the woods. Like I'm out in the woods.
The wood, lost in the woods?
Yeah.
That's really interesting you say that, because I actually smelled this glass and got no ethanol whatsoever.
I got some.
This to me is like everything that glass 1 wants to be when it grows up.
Oh,
like to me, this smells like a cherry pie or like a strawberry pie. Like I can get some pie crust or some graham cracker.
I want strawberry pie so bad right now. You've no idea.
But like smell it and think about like a pie crust or a graham cracker or something like that, and like some fruity like cherry strawberry.
Okay.
Oh, this smells like I said.
I can see that.
I'm with glass 2 on the nose. At least it's winning right now. Let's get into the palate and see what we're working with.
Okay. It tastes kind of like it smells. It tastes a little bit more woody, more oaky, less fruity, less sweet.
100% all those things.
But still pretty light overall for me.
Yeah. It's still light. It just tastes more well-rounded, more balanced, a little bit more nuanced. These actually come across very similar. Glass 1 just comes across very young and brash, and Glass 2 comes across a little bit more well-rounded. Like Glass 1 is a rowdy puppy, and Glass 2 is like a little bit older dog that kind of lays around for more of the day, takes it easy.
I'm kind of getting an aftertaste of like coffee. And that might be just because I ate a protein cookie.
Did we get a second sip on Glass 2?
Let's get a second sip.
Second sip.
Okay.
Let's do it.
Yeah, I'm getting a little coffiness. And I don't know, I just put that in my own head.
No, I can see you. That's actually a really fantastic note. Like, it tastes like coffee beans smell.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which I love.
Yeah. Like, every time we open a bag of coffee, we're like, on the whole beans. Yeah. So, that's fantastic. Like, you're a professional whiskey taster.
I am a professional whiskey taster.
Yeah. This is going to be really interesting because right now, Glass 2 is a runaway winner for me.
Same.
But we have to clear our palates. We have to start with Glass 2 and go back to Glass 1, A/B compare them, and we'll be back with all those thoughts right after this. After spending some time with both these pours, what do you think? Let's start with Glass 1.
Okie dokie. So for Glass 1, it gets just okay on the nose, just okay on the flavor, and just okay on the experience.
For me, Glass 1 gets a just okay on the nose, just okay on the flavors, thumbs up on the experience.
Oh, I'm curious.
We'll talk about it more in a second.
Okay.
What are your ratings on Glass 2?
So for Glass 2, it gets a thumbs up on the nose. I liked it. Thumbs up on flavor. Just okay on overall experience.
Really?
I'm sorry, and I'm doing them here, and I'm sure this box is blocking me. But
yeah, it depends on the cut. We'll find out after in edit. But for me, Glass 2 gets a thumbs up on the nose, thumbs up on the flavor, thumbs up on the experience, and that's a soft thumbs up on the experience because I almost put it as 2 thumbs up.
Oh.
Because for what it is, it seems to be really well crafted.
Yeah.
And while my personal preference is for a little bit more proof and oomph for what seems to be a fairly low proof pour, there's a lot of complexity there. There's a lot of, which is it's a well-crafted whiskey. I don't know what else to say other than that about Glass 2.
I kind of wish I would have given it a thumbs up, but I'm going to stick with my scoring.
Let's talk about how these compared for you. What was your experience?
So Glass 1 for me overall was 2 ethanol-y, 2 fake sweet, and then 2 sweet overall. And then it was just very ethanol, like very ethanol heavy, and I couldn't get past that on the nose. Then on the flavor, I got past that, but it was just so like, I told you off camera, I was like, it's like diet whiskey. Like it's that fake saccharine taste, and I don't want that. If I want that, I'll drink a Diet Coke or something. I don't want that in my whiskey. So
you had a vast preference towards Glass 2.
I did.
Vast.
Yes.
For me, Glass 1, I said it was like a green apple soaked in Everclear. It's good. Like there's some goodness underneath the alcohol.
An apple soaked in alcohol is good.
But you have to fight for the goodness. Like, and I don't want to do that in a glass of whiskey that I'm paying for.
You have to fight for your right to party.
I guess so. Yeah.
That's what the Beastie Boys told me when I was a teenager.
And like, as I'm acclimating to it more and as we drink more on both of these, like the sharpness goes away a little bit. But that is not discounting the fact that this is a sharp glass of whiskey.
It's sharp. It's very pointy sharp.
Glass 2, I said, was more like a caramel red delicious apple with oak shavings on top. Like this tastes older. This tastes more well crafted. The finish is significantly better on Glass 2, which the finish and mouthfeel are kind of what I equate to experience. It's a really quality pour. So let's find out what we've been sipping and then we'll react to that. Let's find out the price of what we've been drinking first, and then what we've actually been drinking.
Yes.
I'll go on record and say that both of these come across proof-wise like they should be about $30. With that said,
you think they're kind of low proof?
Yeah, like a good quality 90 proof pour, I want to pay about $30 for a bottle of that. But Glass 2 is so well crafted, I would be willing to pay up to about $50 for that.
Whoa.
Glass 1 is more $30 and done. Okay. Let's find out the prices. So glass number 1 is number 59.
Okie dokie. It is $50.
Oh, that's a bummer. Yep. I do not love that. What's number 60? What's the price? What's the price?
$15. One $5. I'm not even kidding you right now.
You have got to be kidding me.
No, I'm not. I mean, unless you put this in incorrectly, I'm not kidding you.
No, I don't make mistakes on this. This is everything. What is...
I don't even know what to say right now. We need a moment. Excuse us.
Are you kidding me? What is 59? Tell me what 59 is right now. I gotta know.
Henry McKenna 10-year bottled-in-bond. Is it? That's $50?
Yeah. And $60 if it gets marked up. Sometimes you can catch it for $40. Like we actually did pay $40 for this bottle, but it's $50 in most markets and it gets marked up more. What is number 60?
JTS Brown Bottled-in-Bond. They're both 100 proof, which is higher than I thought. I thought they were like 90 proof.
Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness.
So I have to say, we have long since had the fact that we always keep a bottle of Henry McKenna 10-year because it's a very sentimental pour
nostalgic
for us.
Bottle for us, yeah.
Nostalgia. It was part of our dating relationship. There's like a sentimental value there. But dude,
wow.
On this blind tasting, I did not like it.
So hang on, time out. Henry McKenna is a single barrel product. So every barrel is going to differ, and the bottles that come from that barrel are going to differ.
I didn't know that.
Wow. I'm stunned. Like JTS Brown is like a bottom shelf. It is Kentucky only, I think, or at least very limited markets. But like you can get a 1.75.
How do we have it?
Well,
we don't live in Kentucky.
I've been to Kentucky though.
Oh, okay.
You can go there if you would like
you
to.
Can go to Kentucky.
And they have this for like $30 for a 1.75 liter handle. Based on the math, it's about $15 for a 750 milliliter. JTS Brown has actually really surprised us. In previous blind tastings, a long time ago, we did a live stream, and a buddy of ours, Scott Kading, shout out to Scott, he gave us William Heaven Hill 13-year 100 proof bottle and bond versus JTS Brown. We did prefer the William Heaven Hill 13-year, but JTS Brown should have been way further behind than it was. This is wild that I talked about this being young and this being more well-rounded, because this is a younger product.
Really?
By far. And if I were you watching this right now, I would think that Josh screwed something up in the pool and got these mixed up, but I promise you I didn't. Yeah. I triple checked to make sure.
You're very thorough with the blind sample.
The integrity of our blind sample pool is, I'll hang my hat on that any day of the week. So
we've actually deleted one video before because we didn't know if we had accidentally mixed something up, and we just scrapped it all together.
Yeah, because we didn't know. But this is, I get the oak on this, but the oak is sharp. Like it's just sharp.
It tastes fake.
It's ethanol-y, it's sharp.
I'm shocked because we drink this a lot. We drink.
Dude, this JTS Brown is really good.
We drink Henry McKenna all the time because it's so sentimental to us. But this, here's the thing. Here's the thing, though. Now that we know what they are, and there's all this hype behind Henry McKenna, I'm getting a little bit of like a powdered sugar donut on Henry McKenna. Which you've gotten, yeah.
And I really like that note.
Yeah.
And now I feel like this smells better because I know it's Henry McKenna.
But it still tastes fake. It tastes like aspartame.
Yeah, there's that aspartame note on the end.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know what that is, but wow. That is super interesting. So, both from Heaven Hill.
Okay.
Both from Heaven Hill Distillery.
Did not know that.
Like I said, JTS Brown's a bottom shelf product, but like one of the best bottom shelf products I think I've ever had.
Yeah.
I'd put it up there with like Evan Williams 1783. However, this is 100 proof, so price-wise, I'm more prone to gravitate to this. We can't get it in our market, but it's a cheap pickup every time I'm in Kentucky. We live in Tennessee, so we're only a state away.
Yeah, it is convenient for us, whereas it might not be convenient for everyone because we live one state away.
So our consumer section of our videos is all about the retail side of the equation and the consumer side of the equation respectively. Retail side of the equation being the price and the availability, and then the consumer side of the equation being, as consumers, whether we would buy the product again or not.
Yes.
So Henry McKenna, let's start with that. It's $50 ballpark. We actually got our last couple of bottles for $40 to $44 in our market.
Okay.
Some markets are marking it up to $60, and I've actually heard there's an across-the-board price raise to $60 for this product.
Oh, really?
It's limited. It is hard to find, but at least in our market, it does hit shelves. Like when Henry McKenna drops, it's at all the stores that get it, and it's it's there. Like I picked up 3 bottles of this the last time from 3 different stores because I kept going to different stores and they kept having McKenna. So I kept grabbing it. But it's not the easiest thing in the world to find. Let's get into it. Where are you at on retail and consumer scores respectively?
So I hate to say this, but because I didn't love the flavor in this blind situation, which normally when it's not blind, I do like it. Full disclosure. I'm giving it just okay on retail score because $50 is a lot to spend on that for me. The end.
And there's a lot of $50 products that you really like that you might be more willing to spend money on.
Yes.
Now, consumer rating. Would you buy this again if it's sitting in front of you for $50?
So I gave it just okay as well. I might buy it. I'm tempted to give it one thumbs up. I'm not going to, but I was tempted to because of the sentimentality for us.
Yeah.
And I took the sentimentality out of it and I gave it just okay. I probably wouldn't. I might if I had an extra $50, but...
And maybe we were out of the bottle that we have.
Maybe,
and so it's like, we haven't had McKenna in a while. Let's try this new single barrel.
Yeah.
For me, funny you should say that. So I give it a just okay on retail because the availability sucks, quite frankly.
Yeah.
And the price is a little bit higher, like $40. I'm happy. 45 is pushing it. 50 is like,
it's getting
60
there.
Is, like 60 is kind of the limit. But would I buy it again or not? Thumbs up. Especially even at 60, I'm buying it if we're out. Because I want to see how that single barrel works compared to the last single barrel.
The fact that it's a single barrel is big because we've had some that are probably better than the one we just had.
With that said, let's move past glass 1 and get into glass 2.
Okay.
JTS Brown. Obviously fantastic price and fantastic availability in the state of Kentucky.
Yeah.
But it's only in the state of Kentucky or very limited markets.
Yeah.
So where are you at on retail and consumer scores for JTS Brown?
The price is right, but the availability as far as...
Right.
The Price is Right. I loved that game show, by the way.
Bob Barker, OG.
Classic.
Yeah. I stopped watching when Drew Carey came on.
Yeah. He's still good.
Is he? I don't know.
He's so good.
He was good in Who's Line. Let's get back to glass 2, JTS Brown.
Okay.
Price is Right. Got way distracted.
The price is great. I'll say that.
There you go.
The price is great. But the fact that it's in Kentucky, like I don't go to Kentucky very often. We just happen to be going soon for Josh's birthday, but we go maybe once a year, or I go once a year. So it gets just okay for me for a retail score.
But it's sitting on a shelf in front of you for $15 for a 750 or $30 for a 1.75 milliliter. Is this a product that you'd be willing to part with $15 to have in the house?
I ended up giving it just okay because there's another product that's about $13 in our market that I don't have to go to Kentucky for.
Tell the people what it is.
Evan Williams 1783.
So you're giving away some proof.
Yeah.
But
I'm giving some
it is
proof.
a similar flavor profile. Same distillery.
It's a similar flavor profile, and I feel like I'm getting a little bit more with that flavor profile that I like. So it gets just okay.
Fair. For me, JTS Brown's going to get a just okay on retail. If it were available in every market, it'd get 2 thumbs up on retail. For the price and what you're getting for 100 proof, you can't beat that.
Yeah.
But Kentucky only or limited markets, just okay. But would I buy it again or not? Thumbs up. I'm not going to go to Kentucky and buy 3 handles of this because, I want to have it on hand. But it is a fun product to have on hand. It has been our decanter whiskey once upon a time.
Mm-hmm.
It's not currently, but we do like JTS Brown around here.
We get our railroad scores by adding up the thumbs you see on the screen.
There are 10 possible points available, but this ain't Mr. McKenna or Mr. Brown's 10-point scoring system.
It's a bell curve.
4 to 6 points is kind of the midpoint range for the bell curve for our scoring system.
Mm-hmm.
And we found that most things, when we don't know we're tasting the product that we're tasting, most things do tend to fall within that 4 to 6 point mid-range.
Mm-hmm.
Much below that, you're kind of the unexceptional territory for one reason or another. Much above that, and you're starting to get pretty exceptional.
Yeah.
So let's talk about these real world scores. Where are you at for Henry McKenna Bottled-in-Bond 10 year?
It pains me, but it gets a 2.5.
Ouch.
Whatever this single barrel was, I didn't like it.
Yeah. It pains me, but it gets a 3.5 for me. And to speak to your point, we got this single barrel and we had a little bit left of our last single barrel. That's kind of our Henry McKenna rotation is like we'll get down to the end of one bottle and then we'll kind of hold it until we get another bottle. And then we like to compare them. And the last time that happened, which was right before I put this matchup in the blind sample pool, I remember both Henry McKennas coming across a little sharper than I would prefer, which is weird. But you'd think the age would round it out more. But nonetheless, let's get into the JTS Brown.
Okay.
Where are you at on JTS Brown?
So it's kind of low, but it gets a 3.5 out of 10. So higher than Henry McKenna. Just the lack of availability kind of hindered that one for me.
Yeah. For me, it gets a 4.5 out of 10. It's funny. You were at like a 2.5 and 3.5 on McKenna. Or you were at 2.5 and I was at 3.5 on McKenna. You're at a 3.5 on JTS Brown. I'm at a 4.5. We're like 1 point off.
Yeah.
But JTS Brown is really good for the money.
It's a good value. And I think if you are in Kentucky, you have a chance to buy it, or in one of the markets that it's in and you have a chance to buy it and try it, definitely try it. It's worth a try if you've never tried it before, for sure. Yeah, as it sat here and opened up to the air more, I'm getting way more caramel, vanilla, and like a maple syrupy nose to it. And I go back to the McKenna, and there's some sharpness there. There's some sharpness there that just, it's not bad. It's kind of oomphy, but it is pretty alcohol-y. So, wow, this is a really this is. I know. I'm like, still trying to figure this out in my brain. I'm kind of like, my mind's a little exploded right now, so I need a minute. And as usual, we're talking about who are these for before we get into who are these for section. Let's do that now. If you've tried any Heaven Hill products, like any Evan Williams, any Elijah Craig, any Henry McKenna, anything like that, and you get a chance to buy either one of these for retail price, which on McKenna should be 40 to 50, maybe 60 bucks, and JTS Brown, which if you're in Kentucky, it's next to nothing, pennies on the dollar, you owe it to yourself to buy them and try them and see if you like them or not. Yeah. With that said, the unavailability of McKenna and the hype behind it, it doesn't warrant the high price tag based on taste alone. I agree. At least this single barrel doesn't. So I guess the point here is that because it is a single barrel product, tread lightly. But if you get a good one, they can be quite good. Yeah, we've had some really fantastic Henry McKennas. But on balance, JTS Brown's probably a safer, smarter, better buy. Definitely the more value conscious buy. It's definitely a value buy. Yeah. And if all things were equal and both of these are sitting on the shelf and I can only pick one, based on this blind tasting, I'm reaching for the JTS Brown. I would have to as well. And if you would have to like and subscribe and comment on this video. I see what you did there. It was terrible, but do all those things. And while you're down there in the video description, check out our email address. Over there, you can get in contact with us. We're getting the word out early. We're getting the word out often about our charity fundraiser in October for mental health. We raise money for To Write Love on Her Arms. Erin's wearing a shirt of theirs. Wearing a shirt. I'm wearing one of our shirts because I guess I'm a capitalistic pig, but she actually cares about people, and she's wearing a To Write Love on Her Arm shirt. It's just a comfortable t-shirt, and I like comfy, so here we are. But they raise money, and they do really, really good work. They provide hope and help, directly hands-on help for people in need who are struggling with mental health issues, which affect us all. So contact us at the email address in the video description below if you would like to know more about our charity fundraiser or if you would like to donate a bottle to the cause. That's it for this week. Thanks so much for watching. Till next week, guys. Cheers. Cheers. It's going to be really interesting to spend some time with that glass more. But it's going to be... Sorry. Wow, I really brought that. Oh my goodness. What's wrong with my brain? I don't like sweet things, so sweet things don't rate high for me. I like you because you're sweet, but not too sweet. But actually, you could be sweeter. Oh boy, hang on. I've overdone it. I'm cooked. I'm cooked. I gotta give my nose a break. What do you do? This? Girls do this. What do girls do when they get hot? They do this. Oh, this. Not this. Yeah, that doesn't do anything. You gotta go. I don't know. I feel more breeze like this. Try this. Go like this. No, do this. Absolutely not. What? You gotta go like this. Maybe it's like a wrist issue or something. Well, that's a good breeze. See, I told you. I feel like you're gonna smack my face. I'm not gonna smack your face. I don't trust you. Out of the two of us, who was the overreactor? You know it's you. Are you serious?
And guilty.
Okay, I was gonna say, are you denying this right now? Because we're gonna have to have some words if you're denying this,
No.
Mr. Drama Queen.
No.